From the Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Dale and Scott.
Dude, 105 days since we've been back behind the microphones.
It has been so nice.
You are full of it. You missed it. You missed it.
Don't ask questions you don't want another real answer to.
I didn't ask a question, did I? Hey, I want to welcome everybody back to the Swish Edition. We're back with Season 15. Season 15! Do you know that on October 7th, which is just a few weeks away, which is scary as hell, I don't know how it's already September, but we've been doing this show now for 15 years.
So that means that magazine cover we were only in it for a year before we got that cover.
Yeah. Wow. He's talking about Metro Weekly, the local magazine in Washington, D.C. We were featured on the cover. I'll throw that up on our social media so you can see how young we looked. So anyway, we're back. We're now in our 8th studio. The 8th studio since we started doing the Swish Edition a million years ago, because we have a moving problem. It's more my problem than Dale's, but yeah, 8 different studios. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Because in DC we started in my townhouse in DC, and then we rented some space down the street.
Oh, we had that cool office.
It was so cool, and we could have like guests over, and it was a little bit more professional than having people come into my basement of my house. Anyway, so we're not alone though here for the first episode of season 15 for September 11th. We're actually we have 2 people, live people in our studio, not on the phone.
What?
They're actually here.
No.
And can I call you guys? Could I call you super fans? I mean, you do listen to the Swish Edition, right?
I guess so, yeah.
You do. Guess so. I know you do. Longtime listeners, Melissia and Jeremy Tejer, got it, are here in the studio. I was worried about that, and I knew I was going to fuck it up, even though I wrote it phonetically on the script. And I literally asked her a couple days ago, I said, you got to tell me so I don't fuck it up. And I fucked it up anyway.
We are the only tasers in the United States.
Is that true?
No.
It's very true.
Really?
So, yeah. So if you actually got it,
tell.
yeah.
What spell it? How do you spell it?
Taziar.
And what is the origin?
It's Czechoslovakian.
Oh, very
Slavic,
cool.
yeah.
I have some Czech in my family too. Yeah.
My grandfather on my dad's side.
Very cool.
Wow.
I like that. Well, it also happens to be Melissia's birthday today.
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you.
We're not doing the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm 30 today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really great. I know you're lying.
Yeah, I'm lying.
I think we're like the same age.
I think we are.
We don't have to talk about. We're going to talk about age later in the show. There's a really funny thing, but Melissia and Jeremy go way back. Before I even did the Swish Edition, I used to do a podcast called On Deck Podcast with my friend Allie, who lives in California. And it was all about the cruise industry and going on cruises. And we'd review cruises and we'd give people tips and stuff. And that's how you started listening to that podcast, right?
I did. It's how I learned how to go on a cruise.
And then, was that true?
Very true. I had never been on a cruise, started listening to the podcast, and now we've been on 30.
Wow. I've been on 30 exactly? I've been on 30 exactly. We have so much in common. We haven't gone on one in a while. Like, we haven't left the Las Vegas Valley since Christmas.
I like it.
Yeah, there's no reason why. Everything we need, everything that's on a cruise ship is right here in Vegas.
It's very true.
So, except for the ocean part.
Yeah.
So,
Well, plus if you look at, so we're close to LA, right? So that's our quickest option. I prefer to do something in LA than go all the way to Fort Lauderdale to do something. But your option, it's either Mexico or Alaska.
Or you could do Hawaii, I guess, too, right?
There's a couple.
There are those.
Couple. Yeah.
But here's the thing: we have dogs, and if I was going to do that, I want to go there and also come back on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like sea
that
days are
once.
my favorite days.
I did San Diego round trip to Hawaii. That was fun. That's a lot of sea days.
There's a lot
It's
of
a
sea
lot.
days.
like
but
5
sea days
each
are my
way.
favorite.
But you love those sea days.
Love sea days.
Love, love, love that casino.
Yeah. Oh, and they loved us too.
Yeah.
So, because of that podcast, we found out that we're going to be on the same cruise together. Is that true, or did you go on it because you knew we were going to go on it?
I think you told me, and then I said we can go on that one.
And there, it was on Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas, which back then was the biggest cruise ship in the entire world.
Yeah.
They keep building. Every time they build one of those, they build them a little bit longer. So each one is a bigger one. I didn't love it
What's
because
the
I thought it
largest
was
one
way
now?
too big.
Icon?
Icon of the
Icon of
Seas
the
is the
Seas.
biggest
Yeah,
ship.
the largest?
biggest new one.
Yeah. I mean, it's bigger than an aircraft carrier.
Yeah,
right?
it's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's monstrous.
It has more people on it than an aircraft carrier.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah, for
10,000 people with the crew included. It's insane.
It's like
It
a
is.
2,500 crew.
Yeah, maybe more.
No, I think it's more.
Yeah, like 4,000.
Yeah.
What?
Would you go on it?
Maybe.
I don't want to.
Yeah. The bigger the ships are with Royal Caribbean, I feel like they're a little more claustrophobic.
Yeah.
They're too people-y.
Well, people, yeah.
Yes.
Try the Las Vegas Strip on a holiday weekend.
Very similar.
Miserable. Don't do it. Don't do it. So you guys are also kind of mini celebrities. I love
Don't
this.
make that face. I saw
They
you kinda
are.
you guys are. And you know how I know you are? It's because my sister, out of the blue, who has no idea that I know Melissia, brought up your YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Out of the blue. My aunt, actually, it's a cousin, loves cruising, but insists on Carnival cruises out of, is it Norfolk?
Yeah, Norfolk. That's where they went.
which
Norfolk,
is just,
Virginia.
which is just Bahamas. I get it. It's close. It's cheap, and that's in their wheelhouse. But they know of Melissia, and they watch your videos.
Wow.
And I was a little taken back. I was like, I did not know that you guys were watching these YouTube videos on cruises.
Well, it's mostly Jeremy, but yeah.
Well, that's actually two
Two different channels. I think.
Yeah.
I think Dell's actually referring to our Taser Travel channel,
Okay.
which is more about cruising and
Cruises.
traveling in general.
Yeah.
Yes. So they know of you.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, because I did not. Because why would I bring it up?
That's right. Yeah.
And then you get recognized at timeshares all over the country because you do timeshare videos and reviews of all the different places that you go.
Yep.
And those have
Yep.
become very popular, and you're actually making money off those now,
Correct. Yes.
which is great because
Is
they
that your
add
biggest?
revenue.
Is that your biggest channel?
That's the biggest channel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
that's
timeshare.
that's destination
yeah.
timeshare.
Destination timeshare.
And then you have a course.
Of course, yeah, where I help teach Marriott timeshare owners how to best use what they own.
That's really good.
Nice.
That's
And you're
really good.
working on 2 other courses. We're almost done with 2 other new ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Working
for
on 2
other-
additional ones for different
Weston.
systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really fun. I'm going to put all the links to all of the different things that you guys are creating. They're so much more on the ball with this stuff than I am. I mean, we do this show and I write my books, but you know, I tried my Etsy store. That was too much work. You knew I wasn't going to survive with that.
I kind of knew that. Yeah.
But Melissia has the cutest Etsy store. It's called
The Shabby Sand Dollar.
Yep. The Shabby Sand
It's
Dollar.
a great name. It's an awesome name.
She makes the cutest. Look, I actually have one right here. I know you gave me a bunch today, but I have this one. Yeah. Which I hadn't stuck to anything yet. It's an anchor with a flamingo on it. And she does lots of beachy stuff, lots of cruisy stuff.
Yep.
Now new Outer Banks stuff with
Lighthouses.
lighthouses on them.
Yep.
You've been to how many? 70?
Well,
Probably more than that.
One trip I did 70 lighthouses.
That's ridiculous.
I lost count after that trip.
She's telling us that story
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's really cute. I'm also going to put that link on our stuff so people can find it, and bookmarks and
I draw and design everything in an app on my iPad and then print it, and it's all made by me. It's all made in-house. I do T-shirts, bookmarks, stickers,
yeah.
all kinds of
No
stuff.
AI.
No, it's my hand drawing
Yeah.
it and me printing it, me cutting it out.
Yeah.
Many
We're
hours.
very anti-AI,
Yeah,
especially with
I kind of am too.
now that AI can write entire novels in 15 minutes. It
Right.
kind of Yeah, it doesn't make me very happy. Anyway, I was skeptical about timeshares until I met these two because I just thought it was a big scam, but it's not. It's an investment.
It can be, but
Yeah.
it's all depends on how you
Yeah.
use it.
But you also learned how to, I don't want to say play the system, but you have to know what you're doing.
Yes, you have
to
to
do it right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. You have to definitely do your research, understand when you need to book, when you need to reserve, where you can go, and
Yeah.
Where to buy it,
where to buy it. Yeah, that's the key. Don't buy it from the people
the developer.
the developer who sells it. Buy it on the resale market.
Okay.
Okay.
You can get you can get them for free on the resale market from somebody else who wants out.
They want out.
They want out. They don't
Yeah.
want to pay the fees anymore.
Because they don't use it. They
'Cause
have
they-
it.
yeah.
Right.
They pay these fees. We're not those people. We use it.
Can you say out again? Because I'm hearing some Canadian come through.
Out.
Yeah.
Are you dual?
I am dual citizen.
You're a dual
Dually,
citizen.
dually, they call it. Yeah.
That's really cool. You grew up there.
Grew up there, moved down here, or moved to the United States.
Where?
Where did I grow up?
Yeah.
Just outside Toronto.
Toronto. Okay.
Nice.
Little town outside Toronto.
Okay.
Trump wouldn't be happy about this. So these immigrants, so many immigrants coming to this country.
There was a lot of paperwork.
Oh my
We're actually really not worried about the people coming from the north. It's the other direction,
Well,
apparently.
usually when you have your paperwork, they're a little more okay with it, though. And
Yeah.
yeah, But yeah.
And it's not free. You gotta
And
pay.
no, it was very
It
expensive.
is very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then became very expensive to become a citizen too.
Yeah.
It is, and
It was like, I think I paid like $800, $900.
it's actually
more than that now.
It's actually too hard. It should
Actually,
be. It should be easier,
you
especially
studied-
if you're educated and you have a job option, and it shouldn't be so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that I knew I worked at a bank in Bethesda, Maryland, 5 years, and I worked with this teller. She was from Singapore, and during my time there, she got naturalized. And I remember her first. She took a day off work. She had to go downtown to I don't know some.
Courthouse usually, yeah.
No, because it was big.
Oh,
This
okay.
we're talking about DC here. I think there was
okay.
there was like 300 or 400 people. So she was in that. It was like a convention center. But anyway, she came back the next day with a little American flag, and she cried.
Oh,
And cried
Well, it's
it was very emotional.
It's the best
for
country
her.
in the world.
People at work decorated my desk up. When I got back the next day,
Really?
my desk was all decorated.
Actually, you had to take a test. He had to study
Yeah,
for.
you have to there's like 100 questions about U.S. civics and
Yeah.
government. You have to study those 100, and they'll ask you 10 during your interview.
Yeah.
And if you have to get, I think 6 or 7 of them right.
I don't think I could have passed it.
I probably
Oh,
wouldn't.
there are YouTube
It was
channels
hard.
of American citizens taking the citizenship and they cannot pass. But anyway, I actually felt like, I felt the same emotions for her because,
It's a big deal.
I don't do anything to be here. I was born here, but it was a big deal for her, and she just cried and cried and cried. It was a nice day for her.
That was really nice.
Yeah, you can now vote
glad to
and
have
get called for jury duty,
Oh yeah. Well, that's a plus.
which has happened twice already for me.
That's
Like,
a plus.
See, people think that's bad, and I've been called for jury duty twice, but I have not been picked.
I haven't either.
I want to be picked.
No, I don't. Yeah.
I've been on a jury, and I was elected the foreman, and we sent someone to prison.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or mental hospital, maybe. Yeah, mental hospital.
I don't know. I don't get why people don't want to do it. I think it is a very interesting thing.
The problem is they do it. They schedule when I'm on a trip.
Yeah, you're on
well,
vacation.
yes,
You-
yes.
You're
have to
allowed to move
reschedule.
it once
Yeah.
or twice.
It
Yeah.
puts
yeah.
a kink in your plans, but
But we're always on a trip.
We're always somewhere.
right?
But I think it would also be very hard for someone who runs their own business, where they're the only person that's doing the majority of the work, and if they're
Yes.
gone for weeks on end, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's where you should get an exemption, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And are you still doing vacation and cruise planning for other people?
I am.
You just it's kind of like a sideline to the sideline, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a full time job.
No, it's. I mean, it could be, but I just
Yeah.
don't have the time to do it
Yeah.
full time. But
We have friends that are doing it. Like my friend Trapper, who lives in the Orlando area, he makes a lot of money.
oh, you can. Yeah.
And it's growing again. It was for a time the travel agency business kind of faltered and it was going away, and now it's back again.
It
And
is.
people are looking more to have a professional help them put a vacation together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're always traveling, so it's not uncommon for me to book somebody's cruise while I'm on a bus touring a city. Last year we were in Seattle on a bus tour, and I literally was booking on my phone someone's cruise.
Wow.
And what is your number one cruise line right now?
Celebrity.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, I'm a huge Celebrity fan.
I know.
Celebrity was my first cruise.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was always one that I held to the highest standards in my mind, that once I go on this cruise, I'm going to be forever a fan. And it's true.
They are really great. But you haven't done Virgin yet, though.
Have not need to,
It
though.
is awesome.
So once you go celebrity,
kids.
you never go backity?
Yeah.
Well, true. That is true.
Actually, we moved from Ohio just so that we could be closer to the cruise ports. So we moved to Florida 5 years ago, and we've basically been cruising as
Have
much as
you
we
ever
can.
take advantage of those last minute things? Like wake up in the mornings, like you can go right now for like $10.
We did that because we're travel agents, or I am. He was for a while, but just me now. But we did actually do a couple cruises that I believe that the fee was $10 for a 3-day cruise.
But it wasn't like the same day.
Yeah, we actually
pre-booked it.
Booked it maybe 2 weeks in
Oh,
advance.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do have those people where they'll call.
Yep.
The cruise lines will call people like
The day before.
a couple day
Right,
Hey,
yeah.
can you go, just so they can fill the ship? And
Yeah, if you're a retiree living in Miami, why wouldn't you
That's
do
got
that?
to be a
Yeah.
great. That's got to be a great deal.
As long as you didn't have an animal.
of course, you have to pay the taxes and you have to still pay gratuity.
Oh yeah, but it's still a great
Yeah.
deal.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
It's cheaper to be on a cruise ship than to be in some of the old folks' homes.
Yep.
Or most of them.
And probably better.
Yeah.
Food's better.
Yeah, it's totally crazy. Well, speaking of traveling, I don't know. It seems like every day when I log on to social media, I'm seeing another person on an airplane or in an airport behaving badly. And it seems like it's just an epidemic now. And I'm sure you guys see this stuff. You've seen these stories. But did you see just last week, there was a guy that tried to use a fake ticket at the airport. Well, apparently he didn't know it was fake. He bought this ticket online. That's a little skeptical, right? I'd be very skeptical of buying someone else's airplane ticket that they were selling on Etsy or wherever. Or
eBay or
Facebook,
whatever.
eBay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He bought this fake ticket. He gets to the airport. He somehow got through security with the ticket, got all the way to the gate. And they're like, well, one, there's already someone in that seat. And two, this is not even one of our tickets.
And he's like, it's almost like a hammer or something.
So
Right.
he was so upset that he trashed over $22,000 worth of equipment at the gate. One, where is this $22,000 worth of equipment at the
Yeah.
gate?
What airport is
There's like
this?
2 or 3 computers and that's it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and that little scanner thing that they have
Yeah.
when you walk down the jetway. Just one example. But if you do something like that, one, it was his fault, not the airline's fault. So I'm not sure why he was getting so upset at the equipment at the airport. But this is the kind of thing that you should be banned for flying
life.
For life.
For life.
When you do something like that.
You should never fly again.
Yeah.
No.
Then I'm seeing constant stories about the fake service animals. You know, people are getting cats and dogs on airplanes.
Peacocks.
Did you see that? Or the pig, the service pig that got loose and was running up
I
and down
didn't
the
hear
aisles?
about that,
Yeah,
No.
which is a little ridiculous.
Oh, they should ban service animals.
It's because
Except
people
for the
don't wanna-
blind. Except for the blind. That's it.
Yeah, it's because people don't want to pay to take their pet, right?
Right.
So they,
Yeah.
Right.
So they just like, hey, I'll pretend it's a service animal and
Yeah.
get it for free.
Someone had a dog the other day. We were at a movie in a movie theater, and it was a scary movie. And the dog actually sat right beside me, and the whole experience was very strange.
No, the guy was walking with a cane with a red tip. So.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I'm wondering,
But-
you're in a movie theater, so how much are you seeing if you're blind?
Right.
But maybe he's not completely blind.
Maybe not.
You can still
Yeah.
be considered legally blind. And
I
not-
guess.
and still see certain.
The dog
things,
didn't
but
seem
yeah.
very trained. Was
Yeah.
my thing. It was. Because usually a trained animal will, sit down, behave.
Yeah.
But he had to keep doing things to the dog and I thought this is not the right movie for this dog to be in because it was like loud and
It was like one of those scary movies.
it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't
It's
just
so
like
weird.
It was a strange experience.
And they also have, regardless if it was trained or not, you're talking about a dog who has way more sensitive hearing
yeah,
Yeah.
than we
yeah.
do. And
Yeah.
theaters are loud.
they are.
loud.
Very loud.
Yeah.
But if you're so emotionally fragile, though, if you don't need it for a medical reason, it's more of a mental thing. If
Then
you're
you
that,
should stay
maybe you should
home.
just stay home.
Or not be in a scary movie.
Right, exactly.
No.
I think it
No,
comes down
just
to
stay
people.
home.
I think it's just people who are too cheap to pay for their dog.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's
They
so-
don't want to pay for it.
Well,
to
and they're
fly.
going to ruin it for the other
They will,
people,
yeah.
and they've already have.
for the people that really do need it. Because
Right.
then every time you see an animal, you're thinking, oh, it's just a fake vest you bought
Exactly.
on Amazon.
you can
So
buy
you can
them.
take it on the plane.
You
That's
can
it.
buy them all day, every day.
Yep.
Then I see this picture the other day. It's so ridiculously disgusting. One, I don't want to see your bare feet. Usually never, unless you're at the pool or the beach. I've made that very clear over the
Paint
years.
them red.
This woman is sitting in business class. She's changing the channels on her phone, on her TV with her toes. What kind of animals are they allowing into business class these days?
Humans.
Or even onto the airplane, period. That's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I want to know. I mean, even as big as a business class seat is, I don't think I could get my toe up that high to even do that.
Right? And then there was a woman, I just saw this a couple days ago. She was sitting in coach, she was in an aisle seat, 3 across, and she was painting her nails. You know what fingernail polish smells like? That's not
Yeah.
something you do on an airplane when you're that close, smack dab next to someone else.
I wouldn't do it on an airplane, but I am that person that I used to paint my nails on the way to work. So
While you're driving?
While I was driving, so my steering wheel actually had nail polish like on the center where I was painting my nails.
Oh my God, you sound like Dale's sister. Dale's sister.
You are a horrible person.
Dale's sister props her iPhone up in front of her speedometer and is looking at the damn phone more than she's looking out the
Watches
window.
YouTube videos.
I don't do that.
I can't believe that your mother lets her do that. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but I want to talk about the main reason I wanted to talk about people behaving badly on planes. And I'm not saying it was his fault. However, this photo went viral. It's a guy, overweight guy. He looks pretty big. I would say he's a good, 400, 500 pounds?
Probably 450, 500. He's tall
Yeah.
too.
He's sitting in a coach seat. I don't know if I wrote down what airline it was. I don't think I did.
Actually, he's not even sitting. He's hovering.
Well, he's
No.
kind of sitting on top
Over
of
the
the
seat.
He's like
sitting on the
hovering.
seat. He's sitting on the armrest.
Yeah, he is.
Well, does the armrest on the aisle go up?
It does. but
Sometimes.
they will make you put it down when you're in flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have the interior ones up. Yeah. So obviously he's bigger, much wider than the seat. And there's a poor guy in the middle seat who is not getting to use that armrest because I'm sure that one is up. And he's also got half a guy in his seat.
Yeah.
It's not fair. And a lot of people were saying, listen, you know what? He probably should have bought 2 seats.
Oh, yeah.
And the airline probably should have forced him to do that. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, personally, I always buy 2 seats when we fly on Southwest because they have a policy that's really great. They call it their customer size policy.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you're going to be wider than that 17-inch seat,
White? Do you say whiter or
Wi-
wider? Oh, wider.
If you're
Jesus.
if the width of your legs are more than 17 inches,
Yeah.
you can buy an extra seat, and then after the flight is over, you apply for a refund, and they refund you. It doesn't matter if the plane is sold out or not.
Oh, it doesn't.
It does not.
Oh, I thought it had to be.
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
They do that because they know for sure they're not going to overfill that plane.
Yeah.
and someone can't come in and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I'm going to take that seat."
Right. Which, I mean, it's uncomfortable, obviously, for the people who was sitting beside the guy. But
Yeah.
if you're that person, you're trying not to spill into the other person's seat.
That's
as
uncomfortable
well.
for
So
everybody.
it's uncomfortable
Yeah.
for everyone. So
Yeah.
for me, I mean, we fly and we have 1 seat between the 2 of us. I kind of feel like I'm flying in business class because I have nobody beside me.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of the best of both worlds, but it doesn't affect anybody else by.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I just have to front the money in the beginning, but hey, it's worth it to me.
Now, they say you can also show up at the airport and just ask for an extra seat.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
always this concern there.
Right.
That, hey, it's sold out. When
It's
you
sold
didn't-
out, right?
Which this is the part I don't agree with. We just experienced that on our way here. I had purchased my seats and they basically said, you don't need to purchase them. When you get here, we'll give you the extra seat if you ask. And I said, well, what if the plane is sold out? And they said, oh, we'll bump someone.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, but I don't want to bump someone. That's why I'm proactively purchasing my seat.
yeah, that's not
That's
right.
not fair.
That's not fair.
But they said people will, volunteer to not fly so that they get an extra flight or they'll get points or whatever.
And get credit. Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's costing the airline.
Yeah.
So why would they do
Right,
that? You know,
right.
I don't know, but yeah. So we have experience with it.
Are you upset that they might be changing their policy and start assigning seats soon?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to happen.
It is.
This new, they got members. They've got control. They've got control away from the airline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It'll just be assigned seats instead of.
I mean,
Instead of the
Assigned
cattle
seats.
call.
Are we talking about Southwest?
Yeah, Southwest.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing they could ever do.
Yeah.
not
Assigned
everyone
seats.
agrees.
Because they want to start charging money.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
that's
for those
that's
seats.
the problem.
and they're going to charge you to
They'll have a
check
premium-
bags too.
Yep.
Now have premium economy and all that stuff.
And then they'll go right down the toilet.
My only thing is, I think I've only flown them just a handful of times. But my worst experience, what was that airport in California?
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah, we flew them to go
That
there.
has sworn me off of Southwest.
Didn't you have to walk outside to get on the plane?
Does it matter?
Yeah, that was fine.
Doesn't
that
matter.
wasn't the problem. And
That
they
wasn't the problem,
They also
but-
had the stairs in the front and the
Yeah,
back, so you
yeah.
could go either in the back or the front. That was fine.
The problem was, which is also disgusting, and these people should feel bad about themselves, is while waiting to board the flight, the amount of people in wheelchairs at the gate.
Yeah.
And then when it's boarding time, they just get the fuck up and walk on the plane.
Yeah, we're just telling you. Yep.
Actually, that's
Or they don't need.
That is
They don't
plate-
need. They need wheelchairs to get on the plane,
On,
but they
but
don't
not
need them
off?
to get
yeah.
off.
That's something that we always notice because I actually do use a wheelchair and a scooter.
Well, sure, and that's the people that are ruining
Yeah.
it. for
And we
it.
wait till the very
And
end.
we wait. We last two people. We usually walk off the plane with the pilot. Because we're waiting for them to bring my stuff up to the
Right.
tarmac, so that I can leave. But it's amazing those 15 people that got on the plane that needed wheelchairs so they could get on first. They had a miracle while they were on the flight, and they
Exactly.
can all walk.
Yeah, and they just pop
And
off.
they
and
just
go.
pop off
cured.
the
Off they
flight.
go.
They're
They're
cured.
cured.
They're gone.
Yeah.
So that is why I
Yeah.
will not fly
Yeah.
Southwest. And
Yeah.
But that'll go away as soon as they go to assigned
Exactly.
seats.
Yeah.
That'll go away.
That'll all
Exactly.
stop.
Yeah.
It'll all be gone.
All that
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Because the airline is paying for those people, that company at
Yep.
the airport that buses people around.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen them when we've landed here. Those 15, 20 people in Long Beach, and now there's 15, 20 wheelchairs waiting at the gate in Las Vegas to take them back. And there's like, well, where the fuck are all these people?
Yeah.
Did they get lost in the sky?
there might be two,
No,
right?
they're all off and they're walking to the car.
Yeah.
Well, we've even had on the plane. And they're like, okay, if you can walk, if you're pre-board and you can walk onto the plane, go ahead. So they didn't even need the wheelchair. They didn't have.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough people to even push the wheelchair.
To
So they
push
just
the-
let them walk
Right.
on. Right?
Yep.
It's already a nightmare even when you have assigned seats.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's why we don't go anywhere. That's why we just stay home.
Air travel.
we used to
sucks.
love to
Air
travel.
travel's
We
not
just
fun.
we just don't do it anymore.
It's not fun. It's not convenient. It's a horrible situation from the time you get to the airport to the time you land.
Well,
at
that's
the
why
airport.
we need to start flying private.
maybe
That's really the only way to do it.
maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of people behaving badly, did you guys hear about this? An Indiana woman was arrested at Applebee's a couple weeks ago because she was
Say no
sharing.
more.
She was sharing the all-you-can-eat food with her friends and family at the table.
What Applebee's has all
No.
you can eat?
That's not why she got arrested. Because it's not illegal to share food
True, yes.
from an all-you-can-eat. It's just a rule of Applebee's,
Right,
or most restaurants make that rule, and I think that's fair. Your grandmother tries to do it sometimes, Gail's grandmother, and we have to remind her it's really not right
Do
to do
what?
that. Sharing food, all-you-can-eat food.
Oh, you're referring to that time at the all-you-can-eat seafood place.
Yeah.
She tried to give me a hush puppy or something.
Right.
No, I'm not allowed to have that. I got to order my
Like
own.
one hush puppy's not going to break you.
I know.
No, it's a special thing they're doing. It's you get either boneless wings, riblets. I don't. What the fuck is a riblet? Crispy double crunch shrimp and endless fries for $15.99.
Yum.
You can't get endless food though for $16 and then give it to your friends.
Right.
So when she got called out on it by the staff, she started screaming and
Of
cussing
course
and
she
causing a
did.
scene, and that's why she was arrested for
you
go.
disturbing the peace. Yeah. But it's technically not illegal. It's just not right.
True.
All right.
It's
So,
not
what
right.
are your thoughts on regardless of the restaurant, on all you can eat, right? Are you allowed to get one to go?
No.
I think no. You should not be able to take a
Well,
plate home.
there is this thing called you think that you can hold it, that you really want that extra bowl of pasta, but then when it comes, you're like, I don't think I can eat it. But they've already made it. So
Just
then
gonna chuck it in the trash.
They're going to throw it in the trash anyway.
Right. Okay.
Now, I
so-
think if it's a walk-up buffet, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Okay.
Walk-up
if
buffet,
it's-
no.
Yeah,
Right.
If it's on your table, though,
Yeah.
yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, see, I disagree. I disagree with that because
Then you get people ordering stuff that they don't
Because you
have any
take-
intention of
you
eating.
take that very expensive seafood restaurant that I know you're talking about, which is only open like in season, and it's all you can eat, and they do not allow. Well, actually, they might, but I think it's wrong
Red Lobster.
that no, it's not fucking Red Lobster. But you get your, you have your all you can eat, and it's brought to you. It's not a walk up kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't say, oh, I'm full, but can you just give me another round and I'll take home? I say no.
Okay.
But those restaurants price that. They know people are
I'm
going to
sure.
do that.
Yeah,
They price
I'm
built
it.
sure
it
it
in.
is.
You're all paying for it anyway.
I think
right?
it's
But-
principle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. But we've done it at Olive Garden.
We did it a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or we're never
I
going.
think I can eat that. Oh, I can't.
We're never going out to eat with you.
At least not to the all-you-can-eat.
Actually, it wasn't
endless-
even good anyway.
Or the
so-
endless pasta bowl, right?
Yep.
Oh, they have the salad, the endless salad.
Oh, we
yeah,
do
their
love.
salad's
Oh, I
great.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Their
love
chicken
their
gnocchi
salad.
soup. And,
You know, you can buy their dressing now in the grocery store.
Yeah.
We have it
Yeah.
downstairs. It's
Yeah.
yummy.
Jeremy
It's-
makes the copycat recipe. Actually, it's better than the restaurant of their chicken gnocchi soup.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What? That's like chicken and potatoes.
Yeah, well, you buy the
potatoes in the
pre-made, yeah.
pasta.
Gnocchi.
Yeah.
Little gnocchis.
Okay,
Gnocchi.
you're not
Gnocchis.
making the gnocchis, are you?
No, I buy them at the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
Because that
too
seems
much.
like an ordeal.
that would be way too much.
I'd love to make them myself one time. But no.
You got your
Yeah.
little Italian Canadian over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does cook. So
Nice.
Well,
yeah, I don't cook.
I cook sometimes. So I'm actually really. Did you wear that shirt on purpose today
Actually,
in honor of James Earl Jones?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
So he's wearing a shirt
Yeah.
that has Darth Vader and two stormtroopers on it, and very sadly on Monday James Earl Jones
Yeah.
passed away. He was 93 years old. I had no idea it was old.
Yeah.
But I mean, talk about iconic Hollywood star. I mean, he was really part of some of the most incredible movies of our lifetime, I guess. Star Wars, of course.
Field
He
of
was
Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
100% the best movie ever made.
Yeah.
It's his
Field of Dreams.
favorite movie.
Wait,
I've
come
seen
on.
it too many times.
Sandlot.
No, I think Field of Dreams is better for me.
I love Sandlot.
You probably like Sandlot more than I like Sandlot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I
don't even know what that is.
It's good. It was good.
Yeah. James Earl Jones was the neighbor who had the really giant dog.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He was bald. The
Yeah.
kids were playing in the backyard, and the ball went over, and they tried to get the dog, and he was
Yeah.
blind, I think, in that one.
But you didn't even mention his best movie, Coming to America.
I don't even know if I've
I
seen
don't
it.
like the movie.
What?
I
I
don't
know.
It's one of
I
my
don't-
favorite movies of
I
all.
know.
no because Eddie Murphy's
Eddie Murphy.
horrible.
Oh,
He's not funny.
He's not. I agree.
He's not
with Del.
funny.
No.
You guys are so stupid. It's one of the best movies of all time.
We're not stupid. You're simple. That's the is.
I am simple. I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Clueless. So
Jesus Christ.
I do like
yeah.
Coming to America is not fun.
Anyway, he was also he also voiced a character in The Lion King,
Oh, Mufasa.
and he was the original voice of CNN. This is CNN.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean he did everything.
Wasn't he also Shaggy in Scooby Doo?
No, that was
That was
No.
that was Casey Kasem.
You know what? I just watched a documentary and I
I mean, I don't think Casey Kasem and James Earl Jones have ever gotten mixed up before.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
I watched a documentary yesterday. So
That is friggin'
You obviously
hilarious.
don't retain anything.
I was multitasking.
Yeah,
That is so funny. Oh man.
there he is.
Oh
Oh
God.
God, I got to tell you guys my story of going to the grocery store the other day. So this is the first time this has ever happened to me, and it really hurt. It hurt me to the core, and I don't think I'm not completely over it yet. But I did post it to Facebook because I thought it was funny. It was funny after the fact. So I'm at the grocery store. I went to the Albertsons right over here around the corner. It's a new store for us because we recently moved. And the checkout lady in aisle 5, I now hate her. I hate her guts. She looks at me when she's done ringing up my shit and she goes, "Are you a senior?" And I said, "Say what?" And she goes, "You're a senior for the discount?" And I'm like, "I am not, and I don't want your discount." I said, why would you ask me that? She just gave me this puzzled look, like, why wouldn't you want the discount? And I'm like, I don't want it. And I said, you shouldn't be asking your customers if they're a senior or not. It's just not right. You could ask to see my ID or something and then figure it out on your own.
Why? Why would you say that? Because you would yell at her then. It's like, I don't have any fucking alcohol. What do you need to see my ID? Because I knew exactly how you would be in that line.
Well, guess what? Even though I told her I didn't want the discount, she gave it to me anyway. And I saved $12.56.
I mean, you're a member of AARP, for God's sake.
How old do you have to be for this senior discount?
60.
Usually about 60, I think.
Yeah.
Is when they...
No, or 55.
55.
I
You
think
only-
55.
You only have to be 50 to be an AARP.
Technically, I don't think there is an age. I
Well, they have I think they have different memberships if you're technically older.
Yeah.
I mean,
versus
I'm
not.
a member. I got my cards right in here.
I mean,
Actually, we just joined a couple
Dale's
weeks ago.
Dale's a member too because
the
your,
fucking member of AARP.
Get a free member.
your
free card,
spouse can be one too.
But here's the funny part is that you complain about that, and during your explanation of your complaint, you're like, I went on Facebook. That shows your fucking age right there.
Why?
Because
Why?
no other people besides us use Facebook.
Oh,
We're
the kids
We're
don't.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Kids aren't on the
Instagram.
Facebook.
Exactly.
Snapchat.
It's like you say, oh, do you want the senior discount? I'm going to go home and put this on my Facebook.
Well, I did put it on Facebook, and I got lots of
What is that?
lots of people got a kick out of it. So
I'm all up for the discount.
Yeah,
They can,
older people.
they can mistake me for 80 if it gets me a discount.
yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. He
Don't
gets,
matter.
He gets,
I was
he gets
I was
out
happy
of
to get
shape
the
on the
discount.
stupidest shit.
Do you know how much they charge though for food now? It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
So we moved
And
recently,
you don't
like I
want the
said,
discount.
and I went to the store to buy donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts. They sell them at our grocery store. They bring them in every morning from the real Krispy Kreme, and a box of 12 was $18.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
That's when you need to learn how to just make your own.
Every donut's $1.50.
Yeah, can you see me making fucking Krispy Kreme donuts?
There is no way. There is no way we're making Krispy Kreme.
At 5 a.m.
Plus, I'd rather have Dunkin' Donuts anyway.
Oh no, we already
Oh,
talked
Krispy-
about that today.
No,
She doesn't like it.
their donuts are okay, but Krispy Kreme's better.
No.
Hot and fresh.
Yeah.
Dunkin'
Yeah.
all the way.
I like when they turn that sign on at Krispy Kreme so you know that they're hot right out of the thing. Yeah.
Do you have the app where you can set your favorite location, and so when they turn the sign on, you get a notification?
No, don't have that.
No.
Do you know that was a thing?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
No.
No,
So
no,
we
there
were in
go.
when we lived in DC. They opened one in DuPont, and you could go to the app, create an account, set your favorite location, and when they turn the light on, you got an app. It said the light is on,
You know,
Wow.
our clothing
and you run down and get you a dozen of hot glazed donuts.
Avenue Jack, our clothing store was just down the street from that, and we hardly ever went. That's weird,
I
isn't
don't
it?
like it.
We used to go all the time in Ohio. We lived down the street from one, and I remember specifically a dozen donuts were $6.95, and we're talking maybe 7 years ago.
They've gone up.
A lot.
Well, I think maybe this
Tripled.
was the grocery store price. Maybe they're
True.
cheaper at the actual Krispy Kreme.
I can tell you in Palm,
That's probably
Palm
true.
Desert, they are. How much do we pay? Like
Well,
24.
this was a couple years ago. Yeah, I went and got it. No, it was a mixed
Yeah.
dozen. It was like a variety.
Yeah.
It was like $22 or something
Yeah.
like that.
That's
For a
ridiculous.
For
For
a
a-
dozen?
Yeah.
for a dozen.
It's like the bag of chips
crap.
now. Have you ever seen the prices of the full size bags of
Yes.
chips? They're insanity.
$6.99 for a bag of chips.
And it costs them 20 cents to make it.
yeah.
Because they're making so much of it.
And the Oreos aren't the same anymore.
Actually,
No.
we went yesterday.
the
we went
cream you can't even see on the outside anymore.
to. Yeah.
That's why you have to buy double stuff. And double stuff is just like the old. Why are we talking about all this stupid stuff? I want to talk about my podcast jealousy. Did you see this? So Jason and Travis Kelce signed a $100 million deal to sell their podcast to Amazon's Wondery, which I'd never even heard of. It's a division of
Wondery
Amazon.
is huge. Just go to Apple Podcasts and type in Wondery.
So
They're massive.
Jason and Travis have been doing this show. It's called New Heights. They've been doing it for 3 years. $100 million Amazon gave them. It's pretty amazing. Amazon's going to get all the ad rights, so they'll sell the ads and keep the money, and they also get to distribute it. I don't know what that means. if they make money. You can't really make money off that, can you? I don't know. But
Maybe on YouTube. I mean, if put it on YouTube, that'd be better.
Yeah.
yeah,
commercials.
they could do that, and they do both an audio and video version. I don't know if you know, Jason is a retired. He was with the Philadelphia Eagles. He played for the NFL for 13 years, and I don't know much about this Travis guy. He's never in the news, so I don't think anyone knows anything about him.
He's so obscure. Like he's dating somebody
Yeah.
that means like nobody even knows that.
Right.
Yeah, it's just an up and comer. Yeah. Actually, I think they really look good together. I'm a huge fan of Travis and what's her name?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think they look great together. Anyway, like they needed more money, but now he's got at least 50. He's got to share it with his brother. So excited about that.
So 3 seasons, you've been 15. You should be able to get what?
So I'm wondering, like, do your guests on
$1.
your podcast get part of your $100 million thing?
This is a free gig. It's free for you. It's free for me.
I will make you another Parrot Bay and Pepsi.
Yeah, the only one
As
that
many as you want.
the only one that gets paid is Dale. He gets a stipend.
Really?
Yeah,
Where the fuck has it been?
you haven't been cashing the checks.
I haven't seen the. Oh, they're the ones at the old house.
They're only good for 90 days. Skipping to Vegas stuff. Gotta love this. We're driving down the street the other day, and Dale's like, I can't believe what I just saw. And I'm like, what did you see? He said, I think it's a store called The Pretty Kitty. And I said, what could The Pretty Kitty be about? He said, it couldn't be a Brazilian waxing place, right? And it is. He found it online and he sent me the picture.
It is awesome.
I mean, isn't that the
Talk
perfect
about
name?
clever.
It's a good name, yeah.
Pretty Kitty.
That could only happen in Las Vegas. I'm telling you.
Probably, yeah.
It's like Pink Box.
The Pretty
It's
Kitty.
the same thing, right? Pink Box.
But we went by so fast, I couldn't see the words underneath, and then I had to look at it. I was like, "There's no way this is like a women's waxing place."
It's a great logo.
The hell if it ain't.
The logo does have a cat on it. So you might think that it was like a cat grooming place or something. Do you groom cats? You don't have to groom cats.
Not usually.
No.
No. That's only dogs.
Oh God.
Anyway, I thought it was really cool.
Well,
But-
you groom those cats.
Well, certain cats, they have to shave them all off every few years.
Yeah.
'cause they're so knotted.
Right.
Taylor Swift could tell you about that.
Human cats.
Yeah,
There's
that's
lots
true,
of
yeah.
cats.
Does she?
Oh yeah.
Does she ever see them? She's never home.
I don't know if
Yeah.
she travels with.
She
Yeah, she
also
has
has, like-
multiple cats.
Where are they? Because she
have
has
no
like
idea.
houses all over.
I've
Yeah.
heard that too. I heard she is not a dog person. Like she's all about cats.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hope Travis doesn't have a dog. How cool is this, guys? Dale told me about this story. A guy. Oh, and this goes back to what we were talking about before. This guy, his name is Scott Krupa. I didn't even know this was a thing, and maybe it wasn't a thing until recently. He spent $2.4 million of his Marriott Bonvoy points and gave it to Bellagio so that he could create and choreograph his own Bellagio Fountain show.
I didn't know it was a thing until
This is
other
the
day.
first time it's ever happened. It would take a long time to get 2.4 million Bonvoy
How many
points.
points do you have, Melissia?
Well,
Do you have that many?
no. Currently, I'm only at 500,000, but we did have over 1 million.
You could afford to do this
Wow.
No,
someday.
I could.
Apparently, it's a new thing. Well, we just talked. Well, we were downstairs talking that Marriott has joined forces with MGM,
Yeah,
and so now there's these experiences
This must-
that you can redeem your points in for.
for experiences.
And
Yeah.
apparently, this guy did such a good job and picked like the right song and worked with the people who shoot the water that it's now a part of the permanent show.
So
I think that's cool as shit.
I think it's
pretty cool.
he picked U2's "A Beautiful Day," which is a great song
Which
for
is why that was
Yeah.
the
never
fountain.
a part.
Yeah,
Let's be
they
honest,
never
it's a great-
they never used it before. But what I don't get is so the show, the Bellagio Fountain's been around for 25 years. This was only the 40th song. So in 25 years, they've only had 39 songs until now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now they have 40, and then they rotate them. In case you guys want to know, I made you a schedule.
I was going to say,
It tells you exactly when the
schedule.
song's going to
Yeah.
be on.
Wow.
I need to go and like stand
Yeah.
up there for 8 hours just make sure I see it.
You also
know?
need glasses to read that
Yeah,
because the
but-
type is really small. If you guys don't know, the fountain runs every 30 minutes, Monday through Friday, 3 to 8 p.m. And then at night, it's every 15 minutes until midnight, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know why it stops at midnight, though, because
Yeah.
Vegas keeps going past midnight.
Yeah.
Actually, we just stayed at the Bellagio and the fountain was going pretty late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you see it from your room?
No.
Oh, because if you
We
can,
could see the parking lot.
you can turn you
Yeah.
can turn the music on in your room so that
Oh.
you can hear the music that's going.
Okay.
So when
No.
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
At the Bellagio?
Yes.
Only the ones that face the fountain,
Yeah. Yes.
not the ones that face the parking garage.
No, the people facing the parking garage don't get no music.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right. That's what I said. But let me tell you, if you're staying on the 50-something floor at Cosmo and you have a balcony and you're looking down at the fountain, it's pretty cool, but you can't hear the music that high.
But now
It doesn't go that high.
I think they should upgrade. Now it's because of the MGM
Now it's the same
family.
company.
That's
They
the
should
company.
put speakers on the
I think they should put
balconies.
the speakers in the ones that face those rooms.
That's true.
Yeah, that would be fun. I think we should use 2.4 million Marriott Bonvoy points and create our own song.
And you know what? That's not actually a bad idea. I would charge the Flamingo and say, "Hey, I'll give you, I'll franchise out my music
Wait,
for all the rooms."
can you pick any
facing-
song you want?
What?
Can you pick any song you want? Or did they have veto power?
I'd say they have to buy the rights to the song. Somebody, somewhere.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm,
sure.
I'm
Right,
sure
so
they
much
got to
any song,
pay,
though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
right,
have to
almost
get
anything.
You'd have to get permission.
yeah.
yeah.
But it also needs to be a song that probably makes sense for.
Yeah.
You don't want
And
some
Beautiful Day would be great.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't want Sound of Music up there.
You don't want that. You probably don't want like "We're Not Gonna Take It."
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, that might not work.
Yeah.
No.
But they have some interest. They have some things that you wouldn't expect. They have like the wedding song, and they have
Tiny Tim.
Bad Romance from Gaga. They've got Billie Jean from Michael Jackson. They've got the Pink Panther theme from the great movies from the
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah.
Viva
they do
Las Vegas,
Christmas.
of course. They do a bunch of Christmas stuff
Yeah.
during the holidays. Yeah.
Yeah.
They must
So-
play a lot of the same songs like every night. Like
I bet the Christmas ones don't count as the,
I'm not thinking so because
Yeah.
the first time we were in Vegas, we saw just Christmas.
Yeah. So
And-
the Christmas ones don't count in that 40 number.
I mean, you got to think of what time it starts, right, until the time that it ends, right? And it's every 30 minutes, and then
Right.
for the last few hours, every 15. And there's what 40 songs.
Oh,
now?
every song plays
It's
every
a
day.
It's a
oh,
playlist.
does it? So they
Oh,
play-
yeah, yeah.
It's just a playlist from
Yeah, you
beginning
could
to
look.
end. Yeah.
Okay.
We can get our magnifying glass later and we can actually look
Yeah.
at that.
That's the most
Plan it
recent
out.
one. It says March on it, but this is the most recent one they published.
Cool.
So anyway, I was wondering, since I know you guys are in Vegas and you're going to be here for a little bit, you thought maybe that you might want to join the Mile High Club while you're here. Now you can go to Denver and do it because the Mile High City. But if you wanted to have sex legally on an airplane, you can do it right here in Vegas. Now this is nothing new, but it's new to me because I didn't know about it until just recently. Apparently, it's been around for about 3 years. Dale, did you know about this?
Well, yeah.
It's called but did you know about it
Oh,
before
not
you knew
before
it? You didn't know about it before you knew
Who
it.
knows anything before they know it? You dumb dick.
You know
don't
about
know
it
what you-
before this outline.
Right.
That is pretty
That's
funny.
I don't have an ally. He never sent it to me.
Oh,
Oh my God, I didn't.
No.
Oh, I got
I'm sitting
all-
here with
I got-
blank monitors now because I got tired of waiting.
I got all. Well, you're doing pretty good for having no outline.
Because I'm amazing.
Anyway, the company here in Vegas is called Love Cloud. It's run by this guy named Tony, who's been a pilot for 40 years. He's got 4 different airplanes that you can pick, different sizes for different activities, I guess. You can also add a limo to it, get picked up at your hotel or your house, and they'll drive you to the airport. You literally go up there, do the deed. The pilot wears noise canceling headphones, and so he can't hear what you're doing back there, and he doesn't care either because it's all money to him. You don't have to have sex. You could also have dinner, or you could get your vow renewed up there. You can get married. I don't know if you can get married, but you can get fake married. For 30-minute flight, which I don't think's enough time.
It takes a certain amount of time to get up there. So when
Yeah.
does the time start? As soon as you wheels leave the ground, or as
When
soon
you're
as
a
you get
mile
out?
up.
Or until you get to the mile?
Oh, I don't know the specifics of that. I
a mile's
guess
not really that far, right?
It's not
Technically.
really
it's
that.
5,500. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get there.
Yeah, like,
I'll have to ask him. For a 30-minute flight, it's $995. 45-minute flight, $1,395. And for a whole hour, $1,695. I think you get like fresh sheets too on the
I would
bed.
hope so.
The only bad thing about this whole product is that it's North Las Vegas Airport.
Oh, so it's not McCarran.
It's not McCarran. No, of course not. And it's not. And it's not.
Harry Reid.
We don't.
It's
call
not
it
the
that.
Harry Reid, and it's not.
I'll show you my Harry Reid.
And it's not Henderson either. It's North Las Vegas.
Well, that sucks.
That's why you get a limo. Then you drive
That's why you
Yeah.
get the limo. The limo's $249
I
though.
mean, I don't know if you two know where that is, but that's at least a 40-minute drive
From here.
from here.
The question is, though, I always thought like the Mile High Club was more about we're going to sneak into
The
it.
sneaky,
Right,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, this is now sanctioned. Be like, that's.
I'll take my $1,695 and go to the Bellagio.
I'll take it and put it in a slot machine. Yeah.
But you get a certificate when you land.
You get a certificate proving that you did it. But how does he know you did it?
That's true.
You could lie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but why would you lie?
Why would you pay $1,600 to not do it?
Right,
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
What if he got stage fright and couldn't get it up?
Well, the thing is, you go at night and you get this beautiful view of the city at night. I mean, that's
Yeah.
also pretty cool.
Well, I wouldn't spend. Yeah.
My whole thing is it's a little tiny plane, and all those little planes are the ones that everybody seems to crash. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Well, now I
they
can't
do-
get it up.
They do crash more often than big ones, but they're still safer than driving down the highway.
Probably true.
Yeah.
Statistically,
Um,
you got to put your faith in Tony that he knows what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
been doing it for 40 years.
It's true.
Yeah, he's probably whacking off up there
I'm thinking
listening. He
He's been
probably
doing that for 40 years. He's getting pretty old. I don't know.
Actually.
oh my God.
All right, well, we're gonna have to save a lot of this stuff. We're almost an hour, guys. Can't be an hour. I gotta go get the dogs.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Yeah, so we're gonna save some of this stuff for next week. You coming back?
Will you still be here?
Yeah.
next week?
Yeah.
You will,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but I told them they couldn't come because we're having all that work done.
Okay.
But I do want to get your take on, because we didn't see it yet. We were going to see it Monday. We couldn't, but you saw it on Sunday. What did you guys think of Beetlejuice?
It was very good.
Yeah.
I really liked the progression of the story.
No, don't give any spoilers.
I'm not going to give any spoilers.
Okay.
If you've seen the first one, you kind of needed to see the first one for this one to really make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine someone would go to this if they hadn't seen the
it.
first one.
Yeah. But I will say there was a reference in the movie to Las Vegas, which I thought was hilarious because we were seeing it in Vegas.
Yeah.
So if you see
Nice.
it, pay attention to that. It's towards the end of the movie.
Fun.
Yeah, a little
And
Easter egg.
And you got the popcorn bucket?
We did not. No.
Did they have them?
The drink?
They do. Yeah. And we're going to go see some other movies later this week, I think. And I didn't like the theater I was at.
Pick a better theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the theater didn't feel real clean. And
Oh, no.
I'm a little spoiled when I go to the movies.
You must have been in North Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was.
Just kidding.
I think we passed Tony on the way.
No, some of
Right.
the theaters are better here than others.
Yeah.
But speaking, so you would go, you would
Definitely.
recommend it.
Definitely recommend. I thought it was really good.
Do we need to see it in the theater? Or can we wait for it to come on our TV?
You could wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still want to see Wolverine and Deadpool. I want to see
Hilarious.
that on the
You
big
know,
screen.
things aren't 6 months anymore like they used to be.
No.
I know they come
They're
to
hitting
TV
streaming
Few weeks.
pretty
very-
fast.
like Twisters. We went and saw Twisters in the theater. I think it was 2.5, 3 weeks. It was like on ready to go, right on streaming.
Did you see Twisters?
Yeah.
It was okay.
I liked it.
I liked
it. It was
it, but
entertaining, but it was
Yeah.
like half an hour longer than it should have been.
I guess
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was expecting because you can only do that movie once, I guess. And
Yeah.
I think it proved its point.
Yeah.
I think.
I need to get my picture on a T-shirt. Right? The guy was a YouTuber.
Oh,
on there.
that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Do you have your
right.
picture on a
Of course.
T-shirt?
Why
right?
wouldn't you?
That's
I mean,
right.
There you go.
And was
That's
it
right.
that guy? That guy was the Superman. Remember Superman? The TV show from maybe 15 years ago. The young guy,
The really cute one.
the
Lois
really
and
really
Clark?
cute one.
Not Tom Welling. He
Yes!
was Superman. That wasn't Tom Welling.
No.
yeah, he wasn't in that.
it was.
No, it wasn't.
No.
That was Tom Welling
That
in
was-
Twisters.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
No.
that was another guy though that I looked him up. I'm like, he's not who I thought he was, but he was in one of those earlier TV shows like that, but I don't know which one it was.
Superman.
The blonde
No.
guy, I can't
Tom
think-
Welling.
It was not Tom Welling.
He looked just like him.
It's not him.
No.
Look it up.
That guy was. I looked him up to see who he was, and he wasn't in nearly as many things. As
He's
I thought
been
he
in a
was.
bunch of stuff, but
nothing
GTFO.
majorly recognizable.
yeah, never heard his name before.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of movie sequels, very excited about this, and this is what I want to end on today, because I don't think we have to talk about the rest of the stuff. Very excited about this. Demi Moore just said in an interview last week that the entire main cast of 1985 St. Elmo's Fire is on board to make a sequel. And everyone's looking at me like I'm absolutely crazy.
Because it's not a great movie.
It's one of
loved
my
it.
favorite movies of all
Yes.
time.
Absolutely agree.
And if they can get Amelia, Rob, Andrew, Allie, Mare, and Judd all back,
Yep.
I think it would be
right.
so much fun.
So let me look at your face. What
Yeah.
I read on Facebook today.
Yeah.
You know, my track record with Facebook and shit not being real.
Yeah.
But apparently, Goonies #2 is coming back
No, that's fake.
with Sean Astin
Fake.
and the Chinese boy who lived next door.
Don't
Yeah.
say it anymore. It's fake news. It's been debunked. It's fake.
Because you said it?
Look it up on IMDb. It's not happening.
Well, you also say Clueless was the best movie ever made.
Oh, it's so good. Where's the Clueless reunion movie?
I like Clueless.
Yeah. Anyway, you know that one of our friends, our friend Freddie Lutz, was in St. Elmo's Fire. He was remember the scene where Emilio Estevez's character in the rain goes to Georgetown to see the doctor with the hair, and he gets soaking wet and he goes in. He's a cater waiter at that party, our friend Freddie. Yeah. Freddie owns a couple restaurants.
So he had a bigger part than you had recently, and
He had a what in Hacks?
yeah.
Yeah, that was
From the New York Post, The Goonies is finally getting the sequel.
nobody believes the New York Post.
Well, no one believes
Oh,
fucking Scott Wallace.
Is it true?
I just told you.
Oh, well, maybe I believe it now that if it was in something legit. I thought it was just one of those fake things.
No, the New York Post.
That would be a good movie.
Which one?
The Goonies.
I never saw it until the other day. He had it on, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of entertaining.
How is that possible?
It just never appealed to me. There was
I
no
don't think I ever saw St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh,
what?
the Brat Pack?
You're not
Yeah,
missing
I know who the
anything.
Brat Pack is.
No,
but
you need to go rent it immediately.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe's probably due for a new role.
And he
Yo.
still looks good.
He does.
After all these years, he still looks great. He's in his 60s. He's like
I know.
60. He looks amazing.
He does.
All right, we have to go. Thanks, guys, so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for having
Yeah,
us.
I'm glad you could.
It was fun.
You could do this. It was super fun. We'll be back next week, and we're glad that you came back to join us after all this time off, our summer hiatus. We're back in school, Dale.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous.